This is my website, drjosephhammer.com. Resources for students, and there's the link for the Mental Health Professions Career Test, which will bring you to a landing page with some brief information, a link to the test, and it shows you the 21 different occupations that are covered by this test. So for example, we'll show you what it looks like. Click into it, there will be a landing page, and then when you start the test, it'll introduce you to the 21 occupations. Click next, and then it will show you a list of work tasks, and you indicate which ones would be interesting to you and leave blank those that would not be. It's a comprehensive list. Once you're done with them, you'd click next, and it brings you to a landing page where it summarizes the scores you get, the interest scores you get across the 21 different occupations. So this Mental Health Professions Career Test is designed to help you explore which of these 21 different mental health professions might be the best fit for your interests. The test is free and can be taken online completely anonymously. This test will provide you with interest scores on each of the 21 occupations. You see zeros here right now because I didn't fill in any of the questions, but when you do it, it will provide you with a score between 0 and 100 for all 21 of these occupations. And so what you do is you download the interpretation chart that I've provided. It's in Excel format, which most of you will have installed on your computers. And then you copy the 21 occupations and their scores. You pull up the interpretation chart, you click in here, and then you paste in those values, and it will automatically paste in the 21 occupations and their values here. Then you click over to this chart tab down here, and it will present you with information about how you scored across these 21 different occupations. You can see how they stack up to each other in terms of what were more or less interesting to you. So for this fake example I created, you can see that for this person who took it, counseling psychologist, they got a 97 out of 100 on. Clinical psychologist lower, etc., etc. So you can see your pattern of results across the different occupations. And so this allows you to see which occupations might be of most interest and the most natural fit for you. And then you can learn more about those occupations, because this chart also provides helpful information and links that you can learn more about the day-to-day tasks associated with the job, salary information for the job, educational requirements, job growth, training programs, that sort of thing. So I'll quickly kind of scroll through and show you some of the stuff. So the link to the Own It interest profile for that occupation. So for counseling psychologist, if we click on this link, for example, it'll bring us to Own It online summary report for counseling psychologists, where you can see what tasks do they tend to do on a day-to-day basis, what tools and tech do they use, the knowledge, skills, abilities, and work activities that they draw upon, job stuff, typical education, Holland interest code results, so you can check to see how well the Holland interest code for this profession matches up to the code, the top 3 scores that you got when you completed the Own It interest profiler, and then related occupations down here that you can click to see, wages, and then oftentimes in the sources of additional information you can go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics website, which goes into more depth about this occupation. It's a really handy website. And for the Mental Health Professions Career Test interpretation chart here, we provide links for all the occupations to the ONET and the Bureau of Labor Statistics pages for these occupations. We also list the professional organization, that's most well known for being associated with that profession. A lot of times you can go to their website that will be listed here for each to learn more about that profession. So if you wanted to learn more about the Society of Counseling Psychology, you could click on the link and go to their website and learn more about what they're about. The median annual salary is listed here, so that's a typical salary for someone in that profession. The minimum and preferred levels of education that you need to achieve to go into that profession. So you may have a certain educational aspiration in terms of what kind of degree you want or what kind of degrees are feasible for you, because maybe for some of you, you can only feasibly get a master's degree, or you really want a PhD, or whatever it is. You can see how these different occupations stack up in terms of educational requirements, and also about how many years typically it takes to achieve that level of education, because that's not always clear. It also provides the projected growth rate for that occupation, and again, a lot of this information is drawn directly from that ONET online database. I've just summarized it here for you. So you can see how quickly these occupations are growing compared to each other. So occupations like counseling psych up here are growing faster than, say, some of these occupations down here that are only growing at 5 to 8% or 9 to 13%. So just something to keep in mind in terms of ease of being able to get a job in that profession. Sometimes there are online lists of training programs, so where you can go to get your master's, your PhD, or whatnot, the different educational institutions that offer programs can be accessed. So for example, in counseling psychology, the Society of Counseling Psych maintains a list of APA accredited programs in counseling psychology, which is really awesome, and you can click through to go check out that given university. So for example, I'm at the University of Kentucky, so here's the listing for University of Kentucky. You can click on it and go check out the program. So it's pretty cool. And then a lot of times these mental health professions, you need to get some sort of licensure that's regulated by the state that you practice in. You need to be licensed and maintain licensure in order to ethically and legally practice in that field. So we've assembled links to resources that provide information on licensure requirements after you get your degree. But of course, we always tell people that you need to check with your state organization and other sources before being able to confirm what licensure requirements are for a given occupation in a different state, because it can vary state to state. Other things to note is that you can expand with this interpretation chart. When you want to, you can expand the width of the column as needed. So I allow you to edit it, talk about where information is sourced from, and if any of these links you found are dead, because again, websites are changing all the time, feel free to email me at this email address, and we can fix any links that are broken. But we spend a lot of time, my team and I in the Hammer Lab, spent a lot of time putting this resource together, both the career test itself that we developed and this interpretation chart, but we think it's a pretty excellent resource. So I highly encourage you, again, if you think you want to go into an occupation where you want to help people, particularly with the mental health side of things, I think this mental health professions career test is a great place to start to explore which of these professions might be a better versus worse fit for your interests. So it's not going to tell you the one occupation you need to go in. There's no tests that exists like that, but it's an excellent place to start and provides you with more information. You can use this to talk with people you trust and to go from there. So I highly recommend it, and I welcome feedback about the test and the interpretation chart and just your experience taking it. Feel free to reach out to me and provide that feedback. But yeah, I'm excited that we're able to offer this resource, and please, if you yourself can think of someone in your life, a son or daughter, brother, sister, friend, family, acquaintance, schoolmate, whatever, someone who you think might be interested in going into one of the mental health professions but isn't quite sure which one, please share this video, the link to this video with them, or send them the link to the mental health career test or my website to let them know that this is available, because I'd like to make this resource widely available and widely known to people. So please do share the word about it over social media.